How's it going today, everybody? It's been a while since I did an update on my SAR K12 Sport. I think the last time I did an update, I want to say I was about 5,000 or 6,000 rounds. It's been a while. It's probably been 6 months, maybe 9 months. I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, I'm going to dive right into it. And again, this is no paid partnership. I don't get sent anything. I'm just an average dude. I'm a motorcycle mechanic. He's been in the field for 10 plus years. Anyways, let's dive right into it. So this gun now is going to look different from when you guys last seen it. So now I have the lock grips in brass. The lock grips compared to the stock grips, it's a night and day difference. I can firmly get a comfortable grip on this firearm. The palm swell fits into my palms really nice. It was a game changer, absolute game changer. I believe I'd gotten the lock grips on one of the holiday specials. They had them on sale for one of the holidays. Don't remember which one, don't ask. The lock grips were probably one of the greatest things that I did for this gun. In comparison to the stock grips, they're night and day difference. You know, they're a lot thicker, a lot heavier, a lot better texture, everything. Just night and day difference. Moving forward, a couple of nights ago, I decided to finally install the Chile Custom Gunworks scope mount to the frame. Don't mind these screws. I'm waiting for my black stainless screws to come in. So don't mind these. I'm sure some will be like, oh my god, he's using crap screws. The screws are fine. I've shot the gun multiple times. I added the Chile Custom Gunworks scope mount with a thumb rest that was provided to me by another USPSA shooter in Chicago. I shot a match with him. He had offered it to me and I accepted. I've had these two parts for about a year now, and I just couldn't seem to make the jump. I made the jump over to the frame-mounted scope mount, and well, the world of difference. You know, the dot is so much more stationary. Anyways, moving forward, that's not the key for my video today. So this gun now has just somewhere right around 20,000 rounds. And for anybody that wants to question it or whatever, I'd be glad to send you an invoice of my SG ammo account. It's got over 22 purchases, and it's all SMB, 9mm, 124. And I don't really have any in the safe. You know, I don't really have any of that. I practically only shoot SMB 124 through this. I won't shoot anything else through it anymore. Every so often, yeah, I know guys are going to say, oh, well, there's so much better ammo out there, Super Vel, all the stuff. I know. That's not really what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for consistency and just to shoot some 124s. You know, probably 1 or 2 rounds out of every 2,000. I'll get a light primer strike on it. You know, well, it'll just go click. It's not the end of the world. I'm not concerned with it. So sitting at about right around 20,000 rounds, whether that's, you know, 1950, 2150, 22, somewhere right in that ballpark is what this SAR K12 Sport has on it. So last night I was actually at the range, going hard, going ham with it, and I noticed something. It kind of looked a little funny. I had picked the gun up, and my takedown lever was gone. It was not in the gun. As you can see here, my slide lock, slide release, takedown pin, whatever you want to call it, snapped in half. It broke. I initially, when I started this journey with this gun, I wanted to run it until something broke. I lube it, I keep it well greased. I don't like oil, I like grease. I'm a mechanic. I use gun grease, not oil. There is significant wear on this takedown pin. You can just see, you know, the life that it's had. It's had a real hard life. But it's always been wet, properly lubricated. The pin just broke. It was fine one round, and the next round I picked it back up and went to go do another set. Noticed that it was gone. It was on the bench. So I contacted SAR and had a conversation with SAR. Sounds like they're actually going to be sending me a new takedown pin. I'm not worried about that because, as you can see, I already have another one in there. I have a brand new K12 Sport X. Obviously the parts are the same. I took it out of this, put it in that. This gun here, my X, was pretty much just a parts gun for this. I've had no issues with the gun up until this point. Nothing. Every round, every time it works. The gun fucking works. Excuse the language. I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know that around 20,000, my takedown, slide release, slide lock, whatever you want to call it, sheared in half. I'm gonna hit the range tonight with the new takedown pin just to verify that something's not causing that. I've completely stripped the gun since this broke and inspected all components. Everything looks good. It appears that the takedown pin had broke from fatigue. 20,000 rounds on a $600 gun, I'm not complaining. This takedown pin's about 25 bucks straight from SAR. Would a Tanfo one fit? Maybe, maybe not. I do know that a CZ Shadow 2 takedown pin will not fit. It'll go in the hole, but it ain't right. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. I haven't done anything internally yet still. A couple little springs, no big deal. I still have the stock recoil assembly that came with the gun. It's the same hammer, same sear. Haven't changed any of that. So all them parts got 20,000 rounds on it. Magwell's taken a lot of abuse. Typical USPSA shooter. My next plan for this gun is to get a threaded barrel straight from SAR. They're like 160 bucks. That ain't shit. Excuse the language. It's threaded. I'm going to try to find the best fitting compensator that I can. And I'm going to turn this into my little open gun. This year I plan to shoot at USPSA just like I did last year. After this year I plan to retire it from USPSA. Whether I want to start shooting production, carry optics, limited optics, whatever it is, I haven't gone down that path yet, as I still have a full season ahead of me with this. With this gun this year, I'd like to have it comped. I'm getting another holster to be able to accommodate for all of these changes. This is going to be my cheap little open blaster. It's a $600 gun. When I'm placing top 10, out of 100 and some odd people, obviously gun doesn't matter. It's how you shoot it, how you maneuver, in and out of positions, out of positions, stuff like that. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. I don't have any new products or anything like that. I don't get anything sent to me. I'm not a ambassador for SAR or any of these products. I'm just an everyday dude who shoots a fuck ton every week, week after week. I was at the range on Thursday this past week. I was at the range last night. I'm going to be at the range here in about 25 minutes. I shoot a lot. Every time I go to the range, I'm 200 plus rounds through this gun. Of course, I'll bring a long gun or an AK or my everyday carry, start training a little bit with that. I primarily shoot my SAR. That's it. I've got SIGs, I've got Jerichos, I've got Berettas, I've got Canics. I shoot this frickin' SAR. It runs as hard as any of those other guns that I've seen. Man, this gun runs like butter. And when people say, oh, race guns run like butter, yeah, for a match or two, this gun, I've gone like multiple thousands of rounds without cleaning it. I just kind of keep throwing a little grease in there, and it fucking eats ammo. Excuse the language. It just eats anything you put through it. Doesn't matter if you run it slow, and steady, hard or fast, it eats ammo. The only issues I've ever had were, aftermarket magazines, stuff like that. Never from the actual gun parts that came with the gun. Whoa, one last little thing. So, for instance, let's see at this one. So you won't be able to really see it, I don't think. But like this brand new SAR that's probably got like 100 rounds through it that I use as a parts gun for this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It don't have quite as much slop as my SAR initially did. You probably won't be able to see that. That's okay. Just take my word for it. The slide would move horizontally left to right on the receiver. So to me, that would make it a little less accurate. A couple days ago at work, me and a coworker decided to dive into getting this to tighten up. Okay? I don't know if you can see, there is no whatsoever side-to-side play. Nothing. It's gone. I completely took it out. So after I did that, that night I had gone to the range and shot it, and I was stacking rounds at fucking 12 yards. Quickly. Not just like, oh, I'm going to aim and fucking make it perfect. My normal drills. The normal drills at the normal pace that I run, which is just about 100% pace, because you got to practice at full speed. If you ever played football, you've heard that term. You practice at full speed, obviously. Dude, I was running this thing really hard a couple nights ago. Like I said, at 10, 12, even to 14 yards, I was stacking fucking rounds. So tightening up the slide to the lower, I do not regret it whatsoever. I wish I would have done it sooner. This gun, if anybody knows, if they have a SAR, you know that the tolerances are pretty loose between slide and frame. Well, I took all that fucking tolerance away. There is none. It slides, it operates just fine. There is no clearance. You know, there's a spec, obviously. There's a spec. Spec of clearance. Way better than it was. It took it took some finessing to get this to where it's at now, clearance-wise, between the slide and the frame. At one point in time, I thought that I was going to break the frame. But I kept my due diligence, kept on it, looked at it, thought about it, ran some ideas off some other techs at work, and we came up with what I've got now, which is a super accurate, super tight, $600 gun. You know, everybody wants to throw flashy stuff and SAR K12. I believe the whole USPSA thing's like high school. You got like your jocks, your loners, you know, the people that are just in it to be in it. And then you got the guys that are all flashy and got to have all the most expensive stuff. All my fucking gear's got to match, all that shit. I don't care about that. I go out there and I shoot. And the results of the matches kind of prove themselves that it's not in the gun, it's the shooter. This is a $600 gun. The optic is almost more than this gun. I've got more dollars in magazines for this gun than this gun is worth. And I think the last match I was in, I was 7th out of, 114 people or something. My main purpose of this video today was to go over the lock grips, go over the scope mount, thumb rest, tolerances between the slide and the receiver, and the main portion was for this takedown pin. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've seemed to get a couple of good reviews on the last couple videos I've done on on this. I'm at 20,000 rounds, plus or minus a little bit. Gun runs great. Had a takedown pin break. That ain't no big thing. It's a fucking serviceable part. It's not the end of the world. I know some guys are like, oh my god, the takedown pin fucking broke. This gun's junk. Fuck no, it's not. Gun's got 20,000 rounds on it, and that's the first problem I've ever had with the gun. If you don't have a SAR K12 Sport, go fucking get one.